All right, we continue for part 2, chapter 1, introduction to BPM. So on previous part 1, we've learned about the why. We're still in the why, okay, of business process. It's just that this second part, I'm going to continue half of the chapter with the meaning. We started with what is business process management. Okay, so we've learned about business process before. So what is business process management? It's basically the management of business process that consists uh, in this topic. So what is BPM? BPM is basically the body of principles, the methods and tools to design, to analyze, execute, and monitor business processes with the aim of improving their performance. So that is the definitions of BPM. Ini kena ingat lah, you have to remember this one. So what comprises of business process? We've learned before that they must have role, they must have actors and objects, kan? So what consists of business process? Definitely they must have employees, they must have these trading employees, trading partners, suppliers, IT infrastructure, data and information, because we're going to have abundance of data and information, especially, for example, organization that carried business 5 days a week or probably 7 days a week. So you're going to have abundance of data here. And of course, customers and a good IT infrastructure, IT system. Okay, that is BPM. So I guess you know who this guy is. He's very famous. So it's Bill Gates, definitely. He looks old here. It's probably current picture of him. Okay. According to Bill Gates, he stated that why must we learn about BPM? So we need to learn BPM according of these two simple rules. It's either one. The first rules of any technology used in a business is that automation applied to an efficient operation will magnify the efficiency. The efficient operation, the word is efficient operation, will magnify the efficiency. Otherwise, second rules, inefficient operation will magnify inefficiency. So I want you to tadi saya tanya pasal complexity dengan complicated, kan? Sekarang ni saya nak tanya kamu apa maksud efficient dengan effective. Efficient dulu. Sebab efficient will lead to effectiveness. So efficient, efficiency. Effective, effectiveness. So efficient, effective. So dua benda ni saya nak kamu jelaskan, Alright. Okay, according to this index group, dia kata information technology would definitely create business value, but it won't come directly. Dia takkan direct terus, Information technology could only gives business value bila ada when you have this change of process. Then you'll yield, baru boleh ada business value. Okay, so your position in the industry, ada demand ke tidak? Definitely there is demand. There's a lot of job specification. For example, here dia tunjuk sini, the business process automation is the position. Department will develop innovative logistic software solution based on agile development methods. So your job would be analyzing and design business process cooperation with the business unit, design team, and the development team. So definitely your job is very important. Kalau you model lain, you analyze lain, diorang develop lain, so it won't be meaningful. So dia mesti in a good synchronization. You model according to what they want, according to the user want, according to the user required. You analyze correctly, precisely, and then baru development team boleh develop according to what you have found out. Then it will become meaningful. So definitely there's a demand there. So next, how to go about BPM? Apa kaedahnya? Bagaimana kita laksanakannya? Okay, BPM ni very important. Why? Because sebab kita kata tadi it's a body of principle, it's a discipline. Maka dia kena datang dengan, they must come with life cycle. These are the phases involved in the life cycle of a BPM. Daripada process identification, we started off with process identification, process discovery, process analysis, process redesign, process implementation, and process monitoring and controlling. So basically, this life cycle, kita akan continue learning about it. We're going to use this life cycle throughout the learning process for the course. So process identification, inside that phase, kita ada process architecture. Dan kita ada process discovery, ada yang kita panggil as is process model. As is tu apa nanti kita akan teranglah ya. Dan kita ada process analysis, apa tools nak pakai, process redesign, to be process model, to be ni apa yang kita akan develop. As is tu apa yang kita ada currently. How do we practice the process right now? Okay. Dan that's why kita ada process redesign. Daripada apa yang ada menjadi apa yang akan kita buat. And then process implementation, then process monitoring and controlling. Process monitoring and controlling is very important sebab dekat situ, kalau tak control, then quality issue akan timbul. Then, bila nak ada quality tu, kita kena audit lah, semak lah. So, auditing would be the process of checking the quality. The activities that we've done ni selama ni betul ke tidak. Alright. So, dalam first phase, which is process identification, we have two steps. Step 1 is designation step. Step 2 is prioritization step. Ini kena ingat lah semua step-step ni ya. So the designation step, we have two activities inside it. We have enumerate main processes and determine process scope. Okay. This is what we call as process architecture. This is what we call process architecture. Finding the main processes, enumerate main processes, and determine process scope is process architecture. The next step is prioritization, or we call it selection process step. Kita select according to importance, health, and feasibility. Kepentingan dia, health ni maksudnya, is it fit for us to develop right now? Fit tak? Feasibility ikut kemampuan. Do we have the people? Do we have the money? Do we have the time? Do we have the expertise? And so forth. Okay, so ni we call it prioritized process portfolio. So process identification, phase 1, kita ada these steps. And kita ada process, kita identify process architecture and prioritized process portfolio. That's the outcome. Okay, here's an example of process architecture. So this referring to a wholesale organization yang mana kita ada core processes, support processes, and management processes. For management processes, dia dah categorizekan processes yang ada, which are strategic management, logistic management, warehouse management, suppliers management, demand management. Dalam core processes, kita ada direct procurement, sales, distribution, marketing, and service. Support processes, we have finance, indirect procurement, IT, and human resource, HR, human resource. Okay. Alright, so these are the process architecture. Ini kita punya supply chain value model. 5 portal supply chain value model. Nanti kita akan tengok next chapter. Prioritization based on important. Number two, health or dysfunction. The question is, which are the most fit? Yeah? Which process are in the deepest trouble? Why we need to get it done first? Yeah? Feasibility, most susceptible of successful process. Then we come up with the process portfolio. Okay. Another features dalam prioritas process portfolio ni ialah yang ni. Ya, kita ikut quadrant dia. This is example of financial institution. Kita ikut quadrant process portfolio ni according to dia punya importance and health, low to high, poor to good. Ya, quadrant menegak ni importance low to high, horizontal ni poor health ni poor to good health. Okay, then kita akan plot the priorities according to dia punya low, medium, high in sense of feasibility. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Loan controlling, contract preparation, loan decision. Ini financial punya proses, business proses. Financial institution, bank usually, loan bank. Okay. So these are the processes: loan controlling, loan decision, handling payment, loan application, loan planning, and so on and so forth. So dia dah plot according to dia punya health and importance. This is analysis. This is the outcome of kita punya analysis. Nak dapatkan plotting ni is not easy. A lot of data information we have to collect and analyze. Baru kita boleh plot. Bukan come out terus plotting. Ada proses dia. So for importance that is high, then is considered short-term action. Priorities. Short-term action termasuk loan controlling, loan decision, loan market evaluation. And a half part of handling payment and contract preparation. So on the first low left, bahagian left ni, quadrant, it's possible. Possible we buat loan application and handling payment. Yeah. Strategic fit, loan planning. That is process identification. Next phase is process discovery. What do we have here? This is invoice handling example. Yeah. This is process discovery. We find out that dalam finance department kita ada ERP and senior finance officer. ERP is enterprise resource planning. Dalam tu kita ada a process which is invoice received. Invoice received. Saya terlepas pula kejap. Okay. Tak apa, itu contoh je, nanti kita continue. Then kita pergi ke process analysis. Process analysis ni kita biasa guna root cause analysis example, ataupun another name for root cause ni adalah fishbone diagram ataupun Ishikawa diagram. Yang mana kita panggil, kita cari punca utama diagram. Dekat sini kita ada kategori dia. Kategori dia ialah measurement, material, machine, milieu, man and methods. This is primary bone. This is secondary bone. That park under the category. So this is the issue, the main issue. Okay. We may come up with several methods we may apply. Root cause analysis is example one of the method that most people use. Okay. Then kita also have what we call process simulation example, where we plot it by graph and see how it goes. For example, ini semua analysis proses. Then bila dah dapat analysis proses ni, apa pentingnya analysis proses ni? Why it is important? Why it give us insight? Dia bagi kita sedikit gambaran. Insight view on what's actually happened based on data and facts, bukan based on assumption. So it's very important for us to help us prioritize, make decision, make arrangement, make strategic choices, bila kita ada analisis ni. Dan kita pergi ke next phase, which is process design. Proses redesign. So proses redesign kita kena compare ataupun kita kena come out, kita kena tengok has is process model. Apa proses yang sedang berlaku sekarang ni? Apa yang diorang buat? Apa yang diorang praktiskan selama ni? Kita kena come out with the model has is process. Then baru kita redesign untuk come up with to be process. To be process ni kita akan gunakan untuk buat next stage implementation ataupun execution phase. So kalau dia lagi bagus kalau kita more simplified dalam to be process ni. Contohnya kalau dalam has is process kita ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 processes or activity yang kena ada. To be process should be more simpler. Should be more smart. Should be more strategic. Probably it's just reduced up until 5 activities. That is a good comparison. So the factors yang kita kena tengok ialah cost, flexibility, quality and time. Alright. So that dalam proses redesign. Ini saya baru bagi penerangan dari segi dia punya life cycle So this is the process redesign audit. Nanti dia akan jadi lebih besar dia punya knowledge. Mula kita cuma tahu business process management. Tapi ini adalah dia even bigger horizon of view yang kita akan nampak. So kita akan lead toward, kita akan pergi menuju bila ada, this is actually life cycle will lead to BPR, business process reengineering. Then even bigger, kita akan pergi even go another perspective. Yang sebelah business process reengineering tu dia lebih kepada inward looking. Untuk heuristic process redesign pun masih inward looking, how we look inside. And the way we still look inside. Another terms for another way of doing it selain pada BPR ni kita ada heuristic process redesign. So dalam heuristic process redesign ni kita akan jumpa Six Sigma, yang kita akan belajar next. Even outward looking kita boleh bercambah pergi kepada bidang-bidang area-area lebih besar. Contohnya product based design, benchmarking, crowdsourcing and so on and so forth. It's even bigger, which depending on more analytical stage. Kalau heuristic process redesign dengan BPR ni dia lebih kepada inward looking on analytical punya view. So that is how we see it. So daripada simple knowledge ni dia akan berkembang menuju kepada knowledge yang lebih besar. Okay. So next kita ada proses implementation. Ini coding dah lah. Dah start coding. Dah start with the inilah. So this is where the process automation comes. So step satu tu kita dah ada dia punya model. Kita kena come out with the execution code lah. Source code dia. Then start with the configuration and testing and so on and so forth. And process change management tu kita ada job redesign, training and so on and so forth. Then to the last phase, monitoring and controlling. The process monitoring, event stream, database log, that is the technical aspect of it. And then kita start journal using it. Then kita ada come out of some sort of reports lah. Reports and some sort of mining, data mining. So that usually for reporting kita ada at least dashboards, alerts, reports and so on and so forth. And then kita ada second category of it is kita ada model based analytics. So this is how we go about. Then this gives us meaning. It gives us a deep insight on how well we execute our business process. Okay. And then this business process is not one straight line of activities. It's a looping. It's a looping. It's a loop process. So basically, week 1 until week 3 kita akan banyak fokus on process identification, and process discovery. Sampai week 4 analysis, week 5 and 7 process redesign on bit 8 and 7, if we can follow this kind of because we're using this, yeah, we're using Dumas punya structure, we're going to follow lah kalau boleh. So jadi isu lagi lah core structure dia, the governance, the culture and strategy. So that's why nanti in the future kan kamu kena belajar audit and quality code ISP 582, and then kena belajar corporate strategy. Itu semuanya sebab it started off with this. Okay. Alright, so next week kita akan start with process nanti.